Hello and welcome to UroChannel. Human sexuality is very different from most species on this planet. While there is a mating season once a year for many animals, Homo sapiens does it all year long. But why? In this video I'm going to explain the multidimensional nature of human sexuality, why it is much more complex than you might think, and how men and women differ in their sexual response. And there is one thing research has found that really sticks out. Watch this video to find out. My name is Stefan Buntrock, I'm a urologist and sexologist. Sexual medicine and sexology makes up a substantial part of my daily work as a urologist. As a rule, in sexual problems, two people are involved, and it is very often that my advice is sought because a new relationship has cast a spotlight on a sexual dysfunction that has been there for years, but that hasn't been regarded as a problem. In other words, despite being used to it, bother only came into play because of a new partner. This means that a sexual dysfunction, let's say an erectile issue, became important because the presence of another person gave it a new significance. Please take a moment to think about that. It is the significance of another person that makes the difference. I am being verbose here because I know that only few people consciously think about the social dimension in sexuality. When you ask people what sex is good for, they commonly answer that it is good for pleasure and that it is good for having kids, which is true. But sex is a biopsychosocial phenomenon. It involves other people because, in contrast to masturbation, only other people are able to fulfill basic psychosocial needs that everybody carries with them. It is a state of feeling at home with somebody. It's a feeling we as humans look for throughout our lives. We want to be loved as the persons we are, which goes along with the need for security, feeling accepted, and feeling close to someone. Mostly due to cultural influences and differences in upbringing, women traditionally develop more antennae to fulfill these basic emotional needs, whereas men very often only have one, the penis, which regularly causes problems. Female migraines often start with the man's penis, because women are also able to feel close to their partner without sexual intercourse. Many men don't have this ability, so when he is coming onto her, she thinks, oh no, here we go again. Why can't he take me in his arms for a change? What happens next? Migraine. From my daily work, I know that when the penis is kaput, the man is kaput. This is where sexology starts. Yes, there are possibilities to make the penis work again, and be it with a prosthesis. But it is even more important to work on the meaning that is assigned to sexuality. For this, the partner is needed in the process. If it is a heterosexual relationship, it will also be important for both partners to know about the sexual response of men and women. As a rule, they differ slightly. Men tend to have a linear response where desire develops that is followed by arousal, a plateau, orgasm, and resolution. Many women are less goal-oriented but start off in an indifferent state. They might then be triggered by touch, special circumstances, something that is said to get them aroused. It is important to know the sexual response cycle of the respective partner. So this is why humans have sex all the time. We are social beings and live in groups. Sex has a social dimension, which is exceeding the mere reproductive function in other species once a year. But what are the motives for people to engage in sex? In 2007, a very interesting scientific article was published in the Archives of Sexual Behavior to answer this question. The authors were able to identify 237 reasons for having sex. The authors conducted two separate studies with 444 men and women aged 17 to 52 years in study 1 and in 1,549 undergraduate students at the University of Texas. This resulted in a total of 715 reasons that were reviewed and filtered so that in the end 237 distinct reasons could be identified. I will link you the article in the description so you can have a look at the different reasons yourselves. There are far too many to repeat them in this video, but so much I can say. There were very large differences in the motives, ranging from wanting to experience physical pleasure to feeling closer to God, from relieving blue balls to wanting to give someone a sexually transmitted infection or breaking up a rival's relationship. The authors were able to cluster these motives into 4 main categories for why people have sex. It's for physical reasons like stress reduction, pleasure, physical desirability, and experience seeking. Second, goal attainment, that they categorized into resources, social status, revenge, and utilitarian. Third, emotional, comprised of love and commitment and expression. And fourth, insecurity with the items self-esteem boost, duty, pressure, and mate guarding. It is by far the most comprehensive list I have seen that shows that human sexuality is indeed much more complex than one might think. If you have made it until the end of the video, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.